Hey guys, my name is Louis. I work at Prodeco Tech. I'm the customer service supervisor there. And I want to talk to you about a little bit about our new Phantom S9. This is a bike that a lot of folks have been asking us for a long time. They've been begging us to make a mid-drive bike, and this is basically our first model in that type of a system. Looked really hard for manufacturers. We considered a few different ones. We ended up settling on Bafang. This motor here is actually the Max Drive system, which has proven to be quite popular at this show right now. It's using our new down tube frame integrated battery design. Our battery pack is filled with powered by Samsung cells. We do have an exclusive in the United States to be using this cell. We're going to be the only ones offering it. This system is probably one of the highest rated water-tight systems out there. Has a charge ports on the bottom, and it also has a built-in USB port. So if you're parked somewhere and you want to charge your cell phone or your tablet, you just lift up the little tab down here, and you got the USB right there. The cockpit has the LED screen that tells you what your mileage is. It tells you your distance, how much charge you have left in your battery. Plus, you can also adjust the amount of power that the motor will give you. You can either leave it at 0, or you can change it from 1 all the way to 5 if you're fighting a really strong uphill. This bike also has hydraulic brakes all the way around, paired with a RockShox fork and a SRAM X9 derailleur. So you have a wide range of pedaling capability and handling on this one. Okay guys, so this is our new Rebel X featuring a inverted fork. This thing has a 600 watt direct drive motor on the rear. So, and it also has the inverted fork, so it can handle quite a bit of punishment. We actually had this bike out on a test track, and we got really rave reviews on it. So there's really not much tweaking that's going to be done before the final production model's out. But this bike is also using our new down tube frame integrated battery here, which is really great. We're actually doing this in order to make it so that all of our batteries will be able to retrofit on any of these bikes and interchangeable in case you own multiple models. This one is basically the little brother. Same exact bike. The only real difference is that it's using a rigid fork. Okay guys, and finally this is the new Rebel X9. It is the latest and greatest in our Rebel line. We just came up with this bike not that long ago and brought it out to the show for the first time. This is now using a 600 watt front wheel drive motor, which is perfect for the sand, which is obviously what these bikes are designed for. Instead of pushing you through, it's going to pull you through. So it's a little bit different of a design. Another issue that most of the manufacturers have is figuring out how to get more gears in these things. Obviously, derailleurs are almost out of the question on them, but this one has a Nuvinci gear system on here. So also using our down tube integrated battery design, spreading all the components out like this has actually enabled us to really get a great weight distribution on this bike and make it really good for handling. So it's been a real hit for us at the show. This one is the new Phantom XR. Again, it's another one of our version 5 bikes. New, again using the down tube battery design. It has a rear wheel 600 watt geared motor running at 36 volts, so it's got plenty of power. It's also free spinning because of the fact that it is geared. This bike is paired up with a RockShox fork, and you got your hydraulic brakes up here. Well-balanced e-bike, which is really the biggest thing about our new series, is the balance and the handling capability. As you remember from our previous models, you used to have the rear rack in the back, so they tended to be a lot more back heavy than they are now. So this is a huge improvement for us. If you come around the side here, we have the new Genesis. The Genesis frame was redesigned, so we changed it up a little bit. Similar system to what's on the Phantom over there. 600 watt geared motor in the back. It's got your SRAM DB5 hydraulic brakes for better braking performance. This is actually our top of the line Genesis model. Retails for $24.99 using our down tube Samsung battery design. For anybody that is still looking for a folding bike, we haven't forgotten about you. We actually went ahead and upgraded our Phantom X2 series, one of the most popular e-bikes we've ever made, and upgraded them with a new Samsung rear rack battery system. This way you still have the ability to fold the bike in case storage is an issue and portability is a factor. We're using a direct drive 600 watt motor on this one. It helps to keep the price of the bike down so that it still remains affordable for all of you guys. We've also done the same thing with the Mariner. The Mariner 8s are being updated with the rear rack Samsung battery system. Here you can see what it looks like without the battery inserted. The controller is inside of this housing, well protected from the elements, so you don't have to worry about water damage with this new battery system. And everything else pretty much remains the same. All the bikes are going to be going to hydraulic brakes. Even the Phantom X2 is now going to be hydraulic brakes, which is an upgrade from the previous year using the cable brake system. This is our Outlaw series bike. You may be familiar with the Outlaw SE. We've had it around for a couple of years now. It's been a very popular bike, but for the folks that really like this bike, we decided to actually release a limited edition version of this bike. This bike is now has been upgraded. It has a new 1200 watt motor in the rear for an extreme amount of power and excellent hill climbing ability. This bike also has an upgraded RockShox fork. If you notice, the previous version had a downhill style. This is a much better fork. On this bike, we're using the SRAM guide systems for excellent stopping power. A bike like this, we're still keeping the top speed below the 30 miles an hour, so it will top off somewhere around 28, 29 miles an hour top speed, just for safety. We don't want to go too fast now. But it's been a really hot seller for us. We actually are only doing this as a limited edition, so there's not too many left. We only did 150 in the yellow. There is also 150 of the red with white components instead of the black, so it's pretty sweet. This here is our Outlaw SE model. For those of you that want to keep it within the street legal realm, this is obviously the Outlaw 1200 is obviously an off-road used bike. This one is a perfectly street legal bike. It's got a 750 watt motor that is limited to the 20 miles per hour to keep it within federal regulation. It's got, you know, your nice Travative pedals, the Avid hydraulic brake system on there running on a 48 volt system. It's a tried and true design. We've had it around for a little while, and we love it so far. I mean, everybody seems to really like this bike. It's been very, very popular for us. A little bit more about our down tube battery design. It's actually really easy to work on, easy to remove this battery. It is removable. All you do is turn this key and literally pull the battery out. It comes off right away. It's a lightweight battery, doesn't weigh too much. As mentioned earlier, here's that USB port that's built in right next to the charge port. So you could use it to charge up any of your electronic devices if you're parked somewhere. This down tube battery design is very easy to work on. There's only a couple of screws that hold everything in place. You just remove them. And the controller and the electronics are actually sitting right here, which is great because if you're, you know, out and about, it's a lot more resistant to the elements. You know, you don't have to worry about getting water damage on your electrical wiring or your controller because it's surrounded by the frame and protected inside of the bike there.